Hey y'all, hey, I know y'all saw the viral live videos and all that about Duchess and Frenchman. I've watched it I don't know how many times today. I listened to the commentary everybody's giving, and I've heard everybody's opinions about this and that and what they think happened and what they thought happened and what they thought was going on and think was going on, what was intended and all that stuff like that. Well, I just got a little bit to say about it. I did indeed watch the live from the beginning, from the time that he took the hamburger meat out of the refrigerator and went to the door and answered it when Duchess came home. He stated on his live, like, if you didn't see my live months ago, I'm going to share my story with you today, so tap on in. This is what he was saying on the live. And I saw Duchess come through. I guess she wanted to see what he was going to start talking about. And then she left the room. He stated that he met Duchess while he was doing time in prison. She was a CO, correctional officer there. And I guess they connected some kind of way. She wanted to get married, and so they got married while he was still in prison. And I saw in one of her posts that she hashtagged prison wife. And so a lot of you missed that when that was said. So yeah, it is true. She was standing right there when he said it. If it wasn't true, she would have called him on it like she did about the other things she said that he was lying about. I also saw somebody say, why did she let him come live with her straight out of prison? Well, he also stated that he had over $100,000 in the bank and she had access to it, and that trailer was brought by them both from the money. If it was a lie, yet again, she was standing there, she would have denied it and said it was a lie, and it wasn't true. When he said how much money he had in the bank and she had access to it, she actually said it was more money than he stated. While he continued on to tell his story, as we can see from the live, she continued to interrupt him and correct him and tell him that's not what happened, you lied, this is what happened, and blah, 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 blah. At the time, in the beginning, he really was staying calm and really just continued to cook and talk to the people. She did call him out on him putting his hands on her. He did not deny it in the live. He said, yes, I did, and that's what I do. And so he did admit that he is abusive. She did say, yeah, you did such and such. And he did say, I did. So we know that he's abusive. She also at some point in the live later on said that he had mental issues and that he needed to take his medication. It was also stated in the live that they dibbled and dabbled in demonic stuff, roots, as the old people say. He didn't deny it. She didn't deny it. He said, yeah, I didn't know about this kind of stuff until I got with you and your family. So apparently her and her family already been dibbling and dabbling in roots. And so he joined the bandwagon. And as we know, that's very demonic and evil. So we know what was at play when all of this happened. It was also stated that her friend said that everybody knows that she likes to put on a show and argue and do all this stuff. She liked this drama type stuff. It was also a young lady that said she worked with her. They all knew that the relationship was toxic. They all knew that they get on the live and that they argue back and forth and they put on a show and they confront one another and they blah, 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 blah. They are toxic according to their friends and those who have been following them and those who have been watching their lives in the past. And as we can see ourselves, they both outed one another. They both told stuff that nobody should know about but them and God. It should have stayed between them and God and the doctor's office and whoever they were sleeping with. We can see that they both didn't deny they were cheating on one another. They were lying. They were doing this. They were doing that. They didn't have no respect for one another. We can hear clearly that they both was really outing each other about a lot of stuff, a lot of secrets, a lot of stuff that shouldn't have been talked about. And it was horrible. And it was disrespectful. And it was downright demeaning. There were people saying that they did not understand why she thought the live was so funny. Because through the whole live, and I saw too, she was laughing about everything. It was like it was a big joke to her. At some point, she was like, okay, she brought up the best friend that died or what that was on the live. She brought up his name or whatever, so forth and so on. Said she was going, you want me to mention that since you mentioned my business? You want me to mention that? He's like, go ahead. She's like, let me put on my shoes because you know you like the sneaker person. You know you like the sneak. You know she already knew that it was a possibility that he would jump on her and hit her, do something to her. She already knew it was a possibility. She might have to run for her life. That's why she put on her shoes before she even began to start talking, because she saw that it was escalating. She saw that he was getting emotional. She saw that he was getting angry, but she continued to laugh and antagonize him. And let me say this, because people like to say you're victim blaming. I'm not victim blaming anyone, because I was a victim of a lot of stuff myself, and I dare not blame the victim. But we have to learn. We have to learn that if we're married to an abusive person, we're married, whether, I don't care if it's a she or he, if we're involved with the person that's abusive, that has the ability to be dangerous and could possibly hurt us real bad, because we know that they have hurt us before, we have to learn that there are times when it's time that you need to just keep quiet. We have to learn that there's times where you don't push that person, because she already stated that he's abusive. She already stated that he's mental. She already stated that he didn't have anything. And apparently he's at his lowest state right now. Apparently he's not working, because she's saying he's not helping pay no bills now. He don't have any money. He don't have anything. She's footing the bill for everything, even the cruise that they went on. So apparently he don't have any money. He's not working. He got mental issues going on. He got anger issues going on. He's abusive. So, and then there's no telling what else going on within him, because they dibbling and dabbling in this evil stuff. So you got demonic spirits present in both of them, because they both mixing and messing around with that stuff. And so the enemy is already present in the room, which is a spirit. It's already present, and it's already helping them escalate the whole situation. It was a lot going on. So I'm just saying, I didn't understand myself that if she know all of this, that he's abusive and that he will put his hands on her, I'd have been fearful. I would have been like, I'm just going to have to let him say what he want to say. Because, or either she snatched the phone at one point, I would have just stopped the whole live or something, whatever. I don't know. But I know one thing, I would not have escalated, helped to escalate what was already going on. I wouldn't have helped put wood on the fire, because the fire was brewing. It got to brewing. We all witnessed when it escalated. We all witnessed when his temper changed, when his persona changed. We all witnessed when his tone of voice changed. We witnessed all of that. We heard it. We saw it. And she did too. But she continued to laugh and play the whole time like it was a game and like it was funny. Well, I guess the only thing I can say is she probably felt that it was like all the other times that they did this. She probably felt that, oh, we play like this all the time. She probably felt like, oh, we always do this, and he get over it. We laugh about it later, or we get over it tomorrow, or be another day, and it's over, said and done. But you never know what's going on in the person's mind. You never know what's going on in them. You don't know what kind of volcano is about to erupt inside of a person. You never know when they mentally and emotionally unstable. You never know what could happen. So this is why it's not good to push people. It's not good to antagonize them. Because at some point he told her, like, go on, leave me alone, go, just go, he was trying, but she did not stop. She continued to antagonize him. She continued to aggravate him. She continued to tell him he's a liar. She continued to say, no, that's not what happened. Oh, you don't want me to tell the story. Oh, you don't want me to tell about this. Oh, you don't want me to tell about that. And it just got all the way out of hand. I did see a video where this young lady was like, she really felt that he had planned to do this to unalive Duchess. She felt that he had planned to do that. He was going to do it anyway, whether she antagonized him or said anything or not. She felt he was going to do it anyway, made up his mind that today was going to be the day. And that's why he went live and spilled all the beans. That was her opinion. That's not the way I saw it. I saw that it was just a hurricane brewing. I saw a tornado brewing. I saw a volcano brewing. And I just felt that it could have been avoided. But we have to pray. We have to pray, because this was so sad and so hurtful. And I'm tired of seeing our young people